Hey guys, Ryan here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the Krig 6, and I think it might be one of the best mid to long range ARs, specifically in the 50 to 100 meter range. Before we get into that though, I just want to say this. Thank you to anyone who has clicked on my videos, who has liked my videos, who has done anything related to my channel and my videos in the past 4 months. To go from 0 subscribers to 100 plus to over 12,000 views, over 400 watch hours, it means a lot to me, and I just want to thank you guys and tell you how much I appreciate it. At about a minute 10, I'm going to have a time to kill chart that you guys can go to, and that's going to be the main portion where I describe why this gun is so strong. And beyond that, I'm going to be going over the attachments I use, the guns that I run it with, and I'm going to have all of those down below in the description if you want to see, and I'm going to have my class set up with this down below in the description as well. So let's get into it, guys. First things first, the Krig is one of the best guns in the mid to long range section right now. It has low kick, decent damage, pretty good bolt velocity, a good feel to the gun, good mobility, and it just feels overall well. In this time to kill chart, the orange is the Krig, the green is the Farah, the light blue is the Kilo, the purple is the Grau, and the other kind of darker blue is the M4A1. And as you can see, beyond 50 meters in the orange, the only gun that kills faster is the Farah, and I just want to say, I believe that the Krig has slightly easier recoil to control than the Farah past 50 meters, but I don't think the Farah is bad at all or that hard to control at those ranges. I just think the Krig is a little easier, and I also find that this gun is more potent in the 75 to 100 meter range, and I think that's its main strength. When you're talking about the ground Kilo, while I think they're good in those ranges, their time to kill really skyrockets and goes higher and higher. And same with the M4A1. I really like the M4A1 at range because I think in the close range and the mid range, as you can see in those time to kill charts, it's better than this whole other bunch. But anything in the kind of long range, the Krig will outshine them. I do think that the Stoner may just be better than all of these in a lot of ways, but I don't think that's necessarily relevant because a lot of people don't like LMGs in the way that it feels. And one thing is I love the way that this gun feels because your mobility is strong. You don't feel sluggish. You don't feel quick, of course, but you don't feel sluggish. You feel like you can move around the map. You feel like you can shoot people at almost all ranges. You do feel a little weak up close, of course, but it's one of those guns where if you tag them up with your close range gun, like a good SMG or a close range AR or something, you tag them up, you switch to this, easy to finish people off, especially if you're hitting upper chest shots or headshots. I do think that one of the weaknesses of this gun is that up close, it can just outright lose in a lot of situations. And that's something you have to be aware of. It's not one of those guns you want to take into a building and you just want to use it to clear out a building. You want to have a good SMG with it. You want to have a good close range AR, a shotgun, a Psychov pistol, something that is good up close, because if you are just using this and relying on this up close, you're going to have a bad time. Now, the other thing is the bullet velocity is unfortunately not top tier. It's not going to be absolutely terrible, but it's something that you really have to adjust to. You're going to have to lead a little bit more than you're used to on, I believe, a lot of other guns. Now, it's not terrible. It's not something that makes the gun useless. In fact, it's just something you have to adjust to. I cannot stress enough. I do think that some people could consider it a con and or a weakness, but I don't think it necessarily is. I think it's something that can be easily overcome with just a little practice. And I think that there is a little recoil attached to it, but it's easily one of the most fundamental recoils to just break down and understand. All you really have to do is just kind of pull down. I know that sounds simple, and I kind of said something similar in the Cold War MP5 video, but the Cold War MP5 requires a good bit of pulling down, and the Krig requires just really not that much pulling down. It's something that the vast majority of players could easily learn in due time. So if you're looking at the cons of this gun, it's going to be that it's weak up close, it has somewhat high recoil based on the person, and the bolt velocity is okay. That's right where it stands. The bolt velocity is not absolutely terrible, but it's nothing good. And the other thing I'll say though is this gun I do think is going to be beat by a couple others like the Stoner or something like that in certain situations. Up close, it's going to lose a ton, even in the mid range. And by that, I mean 25 meters to, let's say, 40 meters. I think it could lose to guns like the AIM Max, for example. But in those ranges that I specified, above usually 50 meters, it is absolutely dominant. And I'm going to say it is nothing to scoff at before that as well. This gun is really strong and any range really. Up close, it can be weak, but as I said, if you pick your time to use it, if you know the person is weak, if you just really know how to use this gun well and time your usage of it, you're going to enjoy it. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be broken. I'm not sure it's going to be S tier. If I were to rate it right now, I'd put it A tier. In that, I don't think it's like the absolute best of the best. I don't think you have to be using it, but I do think that if you wanted to try this gun out, it is really, really good. It's something that you could try, and you probably gonna have a good time with it. Anyways, guys, I'll be wrapping this video up. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I just want to say thank you again. You guys don't have to like the video. You don't have to subscribe, but for everyone who has, for everyone who does, for everyone who even just watches this video, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I know I said at the start, but I really, really mean it. I just really enjoy making these videos. I'm glad it's something I can do, and there's even people who watch it. So once again, thank you. Have a good day. Peace.